Good afternoon. Welcome. This is GB News. We're live on TV, online and on digital radio. I'm Nana AKUA. Reasonably intelligent people, and I use that word loosely, have got their knickers in a twist because of this.
A woman can have a penis.
Nick, I'm not... I don't think we can conduct this debate with, you know...
Sorry, have I offended you in some way?
No, it's just... I just...
Is it transphobic to say only women have a cervix?
Look, is it transphobic? Look...
Is it transphobic to say only women have a cervix, David?
I don't know if it's transphobic, but it's not accurate, Nick. I mean, obviously, it's probably the case that that trans women don't have ovaries, but a cervix, I understand, is something that you can have following various procedures and hormone treatment and all the rest of it.
I think we need to manage this and think about it and debate it with a bit more maturity and a bit more compassion.
Well, that's what Sir Keir Starmer once said to me, and he never did answer the question, can a woman have a penis?
Well, I've just answered that question.
They can.
Listen, I've made it really clear that if people, the vast majority of people will have the same gender as their biological sex, but a small number won't.
So a woman can have a penis?
Well, quite clearly.
Right. So let me put it straight. A man can never become a woman, and a woman can never become a man. Eventually, a Supreme Court judge confirmed this to be the case in a ruling that protected biological sex.
The unanimous decision of this court is that the terms woman and sex in the Equality Act 2010 refer to a biological woman and biological sex. But we counsel against reading this judgment as a triumph of one or more groups in our society at the expense of another. It is not.
Now, you'd think that would draw a line under it, but today people are having to protest in cities across the country to ensure that the ruling is upheld.
Straight after the ruling, Keir Starmer said the government supports it, everyone needs to get on with it, and now we've been waiting 7 months for guidance from the Equality and Human Rights Commission. It's been completed, it's with the Minister, she needs to delay it before Parliament, and we don't know why they're delaying. Everyone needs to understand the law, and at the moment they're saying there is no guidance.
But unfortunately, some people are not happy.
The reality of the situation is that trans women, not men, trans women and other trans people are not predators. The statistics show us over and over again that trans women are not predators.
But isn't it 2/3 of trans women in prison have been convicted of at least one sex offence? What do you say to that?
That statistic is misleading. That is sexual crimes. A lot of that is things like sex work. It is not sex predators.
Gender, which I equate to biological sex, is a biological reality. And there are obvious practical reasons why one cannot and should not claim to be the other. Take sport. Leah Thomas, the male swimmer who decided he was a woman. Leah then went on to smash all the female records despite being male. How can that be fair to the female athletes who have trained all their lives to compete in the sport? Men have, just to name but a few, larger lung and heart capacities, more muscle mass, broader shoulders, longer torsos and greater bone density, which means that they have a biological advantage. Take medicine. We've found ourselves in the ludicrous position where medical healthcare experts like doctors and nurses having to ask a biological male whether he's pregnant, despite knowing that right now this is a medical impossibility. And take women's safety, the areas where women are at our most vulnerable because we are the physically weaker sex, like, say, in changing rooms, toilets and in prisons. Who can forget double rapist Isla Bryson put in a woman's prison? Those spaces are separate to protect us from biological males, irrespective of whether they are trans or not. And now 9 trans women, so biological males, one of whom, called the suffragettes white supremacists, has been declared a Women of the Year by Glamour magazine. But is this just telling girls that men are better than women? In my view, trans women and men should be called trans people. a gender-neutral term which avoids offence, seeing as we're all expected to adopt gender neutrality. That way men cannot be categorised as women and vice versa. Biological sex is reality, and whilst it is polite to respect each other, I'm not prepared to reinforce somebody else's delusion. A man can never become a biological female. It has never been done before, and until someone proves me wrong, I'm sticking with that.
Gotta give it a, let's give it a round of applause for it, man. AKUA. Great job talking common sense when it comes to the trans issue. Of course, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. This is your Silver Stranger 01. I'm out of here.